Hello, and thank you for listening to my autobiographical speech. My name is Rachel Kirchhoff, and I am shaped by my family, my friends, and my experiences. My past has shaped me in a multitude of ways. Growing up, my parents were always my biggest cheerleaders and supporters, and they always did everything within their ability to support me and my dreams, whether that was um, staying up with me at night to help me finish my homework, driving me to band practice, um, help making sure I set my alarm to wake up before school. They were always there for me and helped support me, as did my younger sister, Rebecca. We grew up in the country, and so there were no really neighborhood kids to just run across the street and play with. So my sister was always my built in automatic friend, and we always had a close bond. Another family member that was extremely important in my life was my grandmother. So she's pictured here. We called her Mama growing up, and she essentially took care of me while my parents were working. So she was the child care and would get me up in the morning, get me off to school, and pick me up from school as well. I also had a really tight knit group of friends that I grew up with in high school, and we've still stayed connected to this day. You can see the three of them pictured here. They were in my wedding, and these are girls that supported me and have seen me through thick and thin and have loved me unconditionally no matter what. Another experience from my past that has shaped me was my education that I received at U of M. So not only was this a world-class education, but just the experience of going to a university with students from not only the entire country, but also from the world really opened my eyes and gave me a different and a new perspective. So one of those experiences I went through at U of M was taking a class, a 6-week course out in Wyoming. So you can see me here in some of the mountains in Wyoming. I was very shy and quiet growing up. And so this trip really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it forced me to get to know new people and kind of open up and push some of that shyness aside. Currently, I am being shaped by my family. So here you can see my husband has a huge influence on my life right now. He's my biggest supporter, my best friend. We've been married 8 years and we've been together almost 11 years now. And part of my relationship with my husband is the fact that we are a military family. So he's been in the Air Force for a long time, since before I even knew him. So probably going on 14 or 15 years, something like that. And he's been deployed 3 times since we've been together. So it really is a big adjustment to have your world turned upside down and have that loved one suddenly plucked out of your life, and having to adjust and kind of pick up the pieces. My children also have a huge impact on my life, as does my role as a mom. So my kids are my world. Everything that I do is for them, and hopefully I can be a positive shining light in their lives, and they can make this world a better place. My parents are pictured here, and these are my in-laws here, my husband's parents, and they are always so supportive and willing to help with whatever we need. So they watch my children while my husband and I work, and if we need any type of projects done around the house, they're always coming over to help or pitch in or do whatever they can to support us. I also have a great supporter in my friend. She and I used to teach together over 10 years ago now. We've still stayed in touch. And she's a mom just like I am. Our kids are the same age. And so it's just nice to have a friend who knows exactly what you're going through, um, as a mom and a teacher and a friend. And finally, my role as a teacher and my students have a huge impact on my life. And that's one of the bright spots, I think, in my life, is having a career that I love and that is so impactful on others. The fact that I'm reaching out and connecting with students every single day and helping them to become young adults and then adults in this world and going on to do great and wonderful things. I see myself in the future going to Disney World. um, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm actually a huge Disney nerd, and that's only become more intense since I've had kids. So we've been very lucky to be able to visit Disney World multiple times. And my kids love all things Disney, so hopefully once it's safe to travel again, we'll be able to go sooner rather than later. I would also love to visit Europe someday, go to Australia, New Zealand, and even just visit some of the beautiful places in the United States, like the mountains in Western America. Um, Another thing I see myself doing in the future is I have to finish my master's degree. It kind of got put on hold when I had my daughter when she was born, and then my husband was deployed to Afghanistan. So this is something that I'm going to be finishing up very soon. Another thing that we would like to do is hopefully move closer to the downriver area so that I can be closer to school. So we currently live about 45 minutes away because that's where our families are and there are childcare. But once my daughter goes to kindergarten, I think we're going to move closer to the Wyandotte area. And finally, I'm really looking forward to and hopeful for a bright future as a teacher at Roosevelt High School. I absolutely love working here. It's such a positive environment with supportive students and staff, and it's a really, really great place to work. Finally, in conclusion, why do I matter? Why do my experiences matter? So I think that my role as a wife and a mother and a daughter and a sister and a teacher and a friend, I think they have an impact on other people. And unfortunately, sometimes that impact isn't all daisies and roses and sunshine because I'm human and I have my moments. But hopefully, my goal is to leave a positive impact on the people that I come into contact with so that hopefully I can make their day a little bit brighter and help shine a light in them and help support them in whatever they are pursuing for their future and their goals, whether it's something just really short term or much bigger picture. So I think it's important to maintain these connections and help each other in these roles. My family, my friends, and my experiences have had a huge role in shaping me into the person that I am today. This concludes my speech. Thank you for listening.